This is the Sony A7 III. It's a wonderful camera and I really like it. Some evil people say that it has bad ergonomics, and to that I say they are completely right. The ergonomics of this camera is so bad because if you have like normal size hands like I do, your pinky finger has nowhere to go. And it's not only like annoying, in recent months for me I've actually started to feel some pain in my arm and in my hand due to this problem. I mean, it works pretty fine with a super small pancake lens like this, but with a big lens that I use most of the time, it's a real problem. And I mean, I do like the Sony system a lot and I have invested a lot in the lenses for it, so I kind of don't want to have to switch systems over this. But at the same time, it's completely unacceptable that I get like pain in my arm just because I'm holding my camera a couple of hours a day. So I started looking into what kind of solutions could be out there to this problem. And I mean, the most obvious one, of course, is to get a battery grip. Looks like this, and most of you have probably used one. The original battery grip for Sony A7 3rd generation and Sony A9 cameras, it comes in at around $360, so it's pretty expensive. I didn't want to pay that much just to try this solution out, so I bought a third-party one. This one is from a brand called Widell, and it might not be available in your country because I noticed that they are not available all over the world. If it's not available, you could buy one from Micael. They make decent quality products for really low prices, and I had other battery grips from Micael and they were quite good, I would say. A battery grip of course kind of solves the problem. Now I have great grip, great ergonomics, and I have no problem with the pinky finger not having anywhere to go. And I mean, the deepness of the grip has never been a problem for me. It's deep enough since the second generation of A7 cameras. And it's also nice that I have this vertical mode. Only thing that is a bit awkward is that the lens kind of is placed here in the corner when you put a battery grip on the A7 cameras. And with a big lens it feels a little bit unbalanced. Another problem as I see it is that the batteries on the A7 series cameras, the 3rd generation and the A9, these batteries are really heavy and they weigh a lot, and with two of them it's double the weight, and this makes the grip solution too heavy. I tried walking around with this for a couple of days now when I was in Japan on vacation, and yeah, it's just too heavy. Even with a super small lens like this Samyang 35-8 and with a good strap like the one from Peak Design that I use, which is very broad, almost like a car seat belt, it still feels too heavy if you're carrying your camera around your neck. A battery grip is a good solution if you're kind of working in a studio or if you're just using your camera at most like 1 hour at a time, then it's a pretty good solution. But for me, I like being able to walk around with my camera for hours and I want it to be as lightweight as possible. So, what other solutions are there out there? I tried another solution that is not quite as obvious as a battery grip, and that is a grip extension. I bought the original one from Sony and it's $130 for a piece of metal and plastic. Pretty damn expensive, but really worth every penny if you ask me. The idea is very simple. You just screw this on here, just like the battery grip, but without a battery, and your grip becomes longer, and you have kind of solved the whole problem with a short grip. Your pinky finger has somewhere to go, you have more support for your hand, and yeah, no pain in the hand or in the arm or anything. It just feels great, and it doesn't add much weight at all. I think this is around 150 grams or something. So the only problem with this solution, besides it's being very expensive, is that when you try to put it down on a table, kind of feels like the camera will fall off the table at any moment, especially with a small lens like the one I have attached. So that's a little bit annoying, and also that you cannot put it on a tripod because this thing has no tripod screw. There is actually a version of this from Micael, like a copy of this one, that you can get for only $50, and that one has a tripod socket at the bottom. So I can recommend looking into that one. I didn't know about it when I purchased mine from Sony, so that was perhaps a mistake. But I'm still really happy with this solution. The camera looks kind of goofy, but it feels great in my hands, and that's what's important, I guess. Obviously not as good as a battery grip when it comes to holding the camera vertically, but yeah, it feels a lot better, and it feels almost like holding a Canon DSLR or something. So yeah, I can really recommend getting a grip extension if you, like me, like to keep things lightweight. If you don't care about weight, just go buy a battery grip. If you have a lot of money, buy the original Sony one for $360. You will get the best quality and the best fit and feel. If you're on a budget, buy a cheaper battery grip from Micael, for example. You can probably get it for around $80. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to share my findings when it comes to fixing the bad grip on the Sony cameras. Please leave a like if you liked it, and please subscribe to this channel if you want more photography tips from me every week. See you soon again.